Hey everybody, welcome to Fernsby. We thought we'd take a break from the bees and do something a little fun. So here's a weekend where we spent some time together just doing something fun.
A few weeks ago, it was my birthday, and what I really wanted to do was spray paint planets, and I said I wanted to do it like as a birthday party. So we got some spray paint and some poster board and plastic plates, and headed out to the local park and just kind of went at it. Just took some colors and everybody painted their own picture, and I don't know, I had a good time.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. The technique's pretty simple. You see a couple of YouTube videos on it, and you kind of get the gist of how to do it. You know, making the planets, and then making the background, and then covering the planet, and
Yeah, all the different steps we took. I think the hardest part is picking the colors that you want your planet to have initially. And so you'll see everybody they pick their own colors, their own schemes, and they're all very unique and different, and yet they all kind of flow together somehow too when everything's said and done.
yeah.
The poster board was larger than the frames we had. So we first spray painted an outline around the frame. We left it wrapped in plastic so that we didn't spray the glass, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
And then once we had that, we picked a plate or a bowl or plastic cup or whatever that we wanted to use for our planets, and then gave a light outline. And if we liked the positioning, and then we went for it. We picked 3 colors.
Yeah, between 3 and 5 colors. You know, the more colors you add to it, the more, depth and complexity it can add, but it can also make it just look kind of weird. But, Dylan here is doing a really cool one that's very Earth-like, I thought.
Yeah, that was
it turns out.
That was his goal, I think. He said he wanted to try and do Earth, but then was like, well, kinda. And so he did some green and blue. And so once you get your colors sprayed, you do some black on one side and white on the other, or across the top, and then you use this crumpled up paper, to
give it the texture.
And then you just add in a little bit of shadow on the dark side and a little bit of highlight with the white on the light source side.
Yep.
And at this step right here, it always looks like you're gonna ruin it. Like there's not enough color or planet there. And then you put the plate over it and then do the background, and it all just comes together when you pull the plate off for the reveal.
All of a sudden it looks like a planet instead of just a bunch of paint.
So, and the best part is it's really a user-friendly type project. You really can't mess up, because if you do make a mistake, like I did on mine, I didn't let it dry long enough, and so when I pulled the plate off, it had stuck to the paint. And so we learned from that, and then you'll see as we go through the video that everybody slows down and they do little steps at a time, and that allows the paint to dry between each step, so that we didn't have any mishaps. But I just went ahead and sprayed it and redid my space dust and threw some more stars on it, and it worked.
Yeah.
So it's really hard to mess this up, because you are painting something in outer space, and so basically if it's round, it'll work.
Yeah, the only thing you want to watch out for is to make sure that your light source is in the same part of each planet has the same light source. Mm-hmm. Unless you're doing something complex like a binary star system or something, right?
Yeah.
But we didn't go that complex. We just went really simple.
Yeah, but it's hard for your eye to judge that, because you would have to imagine the binary system.
Yeah. Better just to keep it simple and have it be like a single star solar system.
Yeah.
Single light source. So
right.
Here I wanted to do kind of a fire and ice type planet. One planet that's definitely on fire and very thermally active, and then the secondary planet you'll see in a little bit will be very cold and kind of icy tones. And so just putting on the light and the dark to give it some depth. And there's the fiery, volcano-y lava surface texture of the planet. Here's Dylan's Earth-like planet again, and he's putting in a second one now here.
Mm-hmm.
The trick is layering the colors underneath the black and the white, and then giving it that texture. And it's really random. The texture's really random.
Mm-hmm. This is Connor doing his. It looks like the outline of the second planet that he had. I think I was the only one that ended up doing a single planet one. Everybody's was a little different. It was pretty neat how like they all turned out different.
Yeah, everyone had their own idea of what they wanted to do, and while they were similar, they were all different, and they all had all of our personalities mixed into it. It was really nice.
And favorite colors, and it just worked out really well. It was a really nice, enjoyable experience. I was adding the space dust. The space dust was fun because you would hold the can like a foot above the table and just kind of go crazy going, space dust. So
it was such a beautiful day out that day too.
It really was. We did get a light sprinkling, so we set up an awning, and we kind of ran the paintings back and forth as the sun was out, put them in the sun to dry, and then run them back in when it started to rain.
I like how you guys did your comments.
Yeah. Boom. Yeah. So there's Derek's painting again. So this is where we had really slowed down at this point, and then and everything's happening in steps. So we're doing one planet, texturing it, letting it dry. Okay, now we'll do the second planet. Okay, we'll let those dry.
Those colors went together really well, I thought.
I really like that one. What's funny is, as we were doing this, maybe it was just our setup with the table and the chairs and the awning and whatnot, but this random person stopped their car, came over to us and asked if there was something happening at the park and were we setting up a booth to sell these. So that was kind of fun and cool. We were like, ooh, look at us, artists. So
yeah,
who knows? Maybe we'll start making some smaller ones and put them on the website.
We'll see.
The kids had a lot of fun, and they keep saying we need to do it again, and we should. So
yeah,
it was good times. So if you've ever watched the YouTube or TikTok videos of people doing this, really you should try it. It's a lot of fun, and it's very user friendly. It'd be a great date idea.
It would be a great date idea.
Yeah. Or family fun time as we did, but probably one of my better birthdays, I think, because there was no sad birthday blues or anything, because we were playing with spray paint. You can't be sad when you're playing with spray paint.
That's true.
So, but our table does look a little worse for wear right now, but that's our craft table anyway. So it has, you can't really tell, but it does have paint from other projects or glue, and there's cut marks from cutting wood on it with saws and stuff. And
this table's been definitely used and loved and abused.
Right. Dylan didn't like that little bit of a layer, so we're just trying to fix it right
I love how you put that purple in there and kind of made it glow in the background, that
Yeah.
space dust like you call it. That's really a neat
Little
effect.
trick. It's pretty cool.
I thought these planets turned out really nice.
They really did. See, drawing becomes the most important step. It really is. So
you can see how the angles work. You can see that the dark and the dark for the two planets are on the same angle, and the light and the light for the two planets are on the same angle. And that gives it that sense of realism, because if you have those switched, it doesn't look right.
Right.
So you got to cover it up so that you can fill in the black. Otherwise, you'll just end up spray painting over your planets, and that will suck. Now, what I wanted to do here was create kind of a galaxy kind of like the Milky Way, what you would see through that. So I didn't go black entirely over the sky, and then just a few stars. I really liked more of an open void type look.
There they are. Really nice. They look so good. I'm so excited. So here's the finished products, all framed and on the wall. I love the way they turned out. So good. Hope you enjoyed watching us make our planets. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thanks, everybody.